we are going to do our first teams tier list. Up the tiers. We already know how it goes. Elite, great, good, and we got to add a tier as well. Good, mid, meh. I don't even know what should we call the last tier. We'll just call nah. And we'll start at the bottom, work our way up, and then as there's changes to the tiers, we'll just come in here and we'll change it around because it'll save and stuff like that. So teams who are at the bottom of baseball right now, we can pretty obviously start the White Sox. Not much explaining to do there. Marlins can definitely go into this tier. I think the Athletics they are kind of more towards the second tier, but I think they definitely belong bottom tier. Other than that, I don't know if there's another team that's in the same tier of bat. Probably the Rockies. The Rockies belong in the same tier of bat. But that's kind of your 4 worst teams that you've got going right now. The White Sox, the Marlins, the Athletics, and the Rockies can stay down in the nah tier, the lowest tier. Teams are a little bit better, but not a whole lot. As of right now, I think we have to put even the Angels after what they did. I don't think that they've done enough to really move the needle that much. D'Arnaud and Hendricks and I guess Kevin Newman, they're fine, but it's still not enough to really move yourself up there considerably. So we'll keep them down. I'm going to put the Pirates, calling them mid is probably a little bit generous, to be honest. So until they make a real deal move, I think they can go here. Sure, their top end rotation is going to be really good. Jared Jones, Paul Skeens, obviously, but the lineup's pretty abysmal. O'Neal Cruz is playing center field now. I don't know. I think they belong down in this tier until they prove considerably that they're not. And to be honest, that might be all, because calling any of these other teams that is just not really fair. Cardinals are. We can start at the mid-tier with Cardinals. They're going to cut payroll. They're going to trade away a couple pieces. Goldschmidt's going to be gone. They still have a young core, but until that young core shows me that they're anything to be respected right now, I think they go in mid. They could push good. They also very easily could be meh if they make a couple, bad moves. Twins definitely go into this tier. I'm not excited for the Twins at all. I think that this really is the start of their downfall because they don't make moves. They just haven't. I don't expect them to this year either. Not even trades, really. I can't put the Diamondbacks in the same tier. I'm going to put the Mariners in there, though. Sure, you've got talent. Julio was so bad this year. Your rotation's great. You cannot hit at all. A great rotation is normally what wins you, but their hitting is so bad. It just does not work. So we'll put them there. I'm going to put the Blue Jays here too, just from what we saw. But if they make a relatively impactful move, they probably will move up because they kind of have a new, younger core now too. And their rotation is still good. Other than that, in the mid-tier, I'll put the Rays. Not a whole lot going for them. I kind of need to move pretty quickly past some of these. I'm going to put the Nats. Sorry, I skipped one for Matt. We'll put the Nats, down there. They might make an impact move this offseason. Until they do, can't put them much higher. The Reds are too good. I'm going to put them in mid. I like their roster still. Same with the Cubs. I'm going to put in mid. They have a lot of money invested. They could push good for the offseason, but especially if they make one move, they'll probably go into good. So you got that going for you. Red Sox can go in mid for sure. Not much to say for there right now. Giants can go mid for sure until they make their move. A lot of these teams need to make a move that's going to move the needle. You know what I'm saying? Should we work? I would like to go to good, but I need to eliminate the teams who I'm going to put into elite. The Dodgers are the champs. The Yankees were right there. Oh man, if they don't get Soto back though, they might get bumped. I don't know. I think the Phillies are still an elite team. They have the same roster back. As of right now, I don't think the Mets can go into elite. I really don't. Baltimore, I don't know. Oh, man. That's a rough one. I think I'm going to just put the 2 World Series teams in elite. I'm going to put all these kinds of teams, like the Braves, the Orioles, Padres, Mets. Yeah, that's as far as it's going to go for me. I'm going to put those 5 into great. You got the 2 World Series teams in elite. Those 5 go into great. Normally I put top 5 in elite, but I just don't think that I don't think that's warranted. Rangers need to get starting pitching before I can put them into good, so I'm going to drop them down into mid. But they still got a lot of hitting talent, and they can still be good. This good tier, I'll put the Diamondbacks there, very bottom of it, but their roster's still great. They went to the World Series with it. Guardians I'm putting down here because they're not going to make a move, and I don't know, kind of a Linsanity run this year. Is that sustainable? They need starting pitching pretty badly to sustain that. Tigers can go there. They're going to have a big offseason, but for now they go in good. And really, even after that, I think they still just stay in that good tier. I think the Astros are they're on the brink, but I think they kind of go top of this good tier. And then the Brewers, we know what they are. They're going to be good, but hopefully they can bring in someone who's going to be impactful for them. I just don't really know. And then Royals, we can hop into good as well. I expect them to go after an outfielder, and if they do, they'll probably stay in the good tier, but we can give them the respect they deserve because they are playoff series win into the divisional round. Pretty big turnaround for them. That's the tiers.